What's up, guys? I am just so distraught. I guess today is the word I want to use. So distraught. So today was just like a big reflecting day because I had this huge dilemma, and this huge dilemma caused me to have to make a hard choice. And everybody in the world has always had to make a hard choice, and I wanted to talk about hard choices today. What's up, Cole? Nice to see you. So I want to talk about hard choices, and that's what all I did today was just trying to figure out which path I want to go on. And number one, hard choices are they're hard, man. They're so hard, and they can dictate your next month, your next 5 years, your next year, like whatever it is, or maybe a whole lifetime. Like, these hard choices can be big. So I want to really talk about this today. And the opposite of hard choices are easy choices. And what easy choices are this means that one alternative is better than the other, which makes it an easy choice, a no-brainer, like you're gonna go with that one without a doubt. But hard choices are different. Neither A or B is the better alternative. They're both good alternatives, but for different reasons. And that's what makes it so hard to make these hard choices. And not all these hard choices like what career you want to go through, or maybe what school you want to go to, or these big life choices, what kind of car maybe you're wanting to buy. They're not always that big. They can always be super small. Like for breakfast, what am I going to eat? Am I going to have like a donut, or am I going to have like a salad? Like, they're not always. It's a hard choice, but it's not a big hard choice. But let's keep it simple for the smaller ones, like a donut and a salad. A donut, it's tasty and it sounds good, but a salad, is going to make you feel better, and it's healthy and it's good for you. Both choices, and hard, but it's small. But it's a small choice to make. So if we are able to make those small hard choices, we're able to make these giant, big, life-changing hard choices. So most of us, whenever we do have these big, hard choices, let's just say what career to take. You can either be like a cop or a teacher. And a cop, you got a bunch of training and a bunch of even physical labor and stuff like that for a cop. And for a teacher, it could be a little less. Like, it could be just like a little less schooling or a little less physical work and stuff like that. But they both have their each different values, and they both can change your life in a different way, but they both have the same value. It's really hard to compare them. And the reason why there's no better option is because these choices, they can't be better. They're not better than another, or else it would be an easy choice. You'd automatically see it. You'd be like, okay, the pros and the cons are there. This is the one to go through, and this is it. That's an easy choice. But hard ones, it's really hard to compare the two, but we still do it anyways. And there's a reason behind that. And whenever we do have these big hard choices, like a career path or something like that, sometimes as humans, we tend to take the easier path, or maybe the least risky path, because we want to feel secure. And if we're going to put all this time, energy, effort, or maybe our life into it, we want to make sure we have an outcome. And that is what most people do. Uh, but it's not. It doesn't always have to be that way. And if we're going to talk about comparing, like choices, these hard choices, I want to first talk about comparing, just like numbers or numerical value instead of just actual like life changing value. So for numerical, there's three options. There can be greater, there can be less, or there can be equal. Like if you have two books, let's just bring these up right here. If you got two books right here and you want to talk about the weight, one of them is going to be higher weight. It'll be greater weight. They can have less weight, like this one could have less weight, or they could be equal. So those are the three numerical values. But this is not, and this is how we basically structure going into a hard decision. But I believe that that's not the case. That's not what we should do, since the value of these choices are different. Like they're on a different they're on a different spectrum, meaning we need to judge them by a different core different core process, basically. And so whenever you are making these life choices, like a career path or school, there's no better, there's no less, and there's no equal. So how do we go at this? How do we compare them? How do we make these choices? We could flip a coin and be like, all right, obviously they're both going to have their own value, like they're the same value. It's going to be awesome no matter what I do. So let's just flip a coin to see what we want to do. But it's a little crazy if we flip a coin over like a next 5-year decision or a 10-year or a huge career path decision. Like some people think that's crazy. Like that's insane that you would just flip a coin over something like that. So how do we make these decisions? This is when it gets interesting. So this is when it gets interesting. So these values are like the same, but they're different types of values. The value of them are the same. The value of them are like the same, but they're in different neighborhoods. They're different types of values. So this is when we all have this power. This shows us that we all have this power in this earth. And our power is to create a reason why we should go on this path. It's not us already. We are able as humans to be able to create this create this reason on why you chose this decision. And this right there, us having that power to be able to create that decision or create that reason, gives us the power to become our own authors, to make our own destiny, to be the creators of our own book, our own world, our own lives. That is the power of these hard decisions. And instead of looking for reasons out in the world on why you should maybe you should marry or start dating or marry this person instead of this person over here, instead of looking out for the reasons maybe the world thinks that they're like the reasons that the world gives you, this is whenever you can start looking in here, in yourself, and start creating the reasons for yourself on why you want to go with each, or why you want to pursue maybe marrying this person, person A instead of person B. And making those decisions, making those, creating those reasons, allow us to choose who we want to be and who we want to become. And some people don't do that, and some people are drifters. And we either know a drifter, or we've been a drifter, or we are a drifter, and we let the world kind of dictate what we want to do with our lives, and we just let them, as the world, write our own story, which it makes me, that's scary to me, man. That is scary. Like that. That's just no. Like, I am the creator of my own destiny, 100%, and just letting anybody else besides me make these big decisions for me, that's so scary. Like, no, I would never do that. So that is what's so awesome about these decisions, is instead of looking out into the world and letting somebody else control what we do with our lives, you can look in here and find out and create the reason why you chose to go on this career path, or you chose to live in this house, or you chose to do this job, go to this school. All these decisions and these hard choices, again, is what makes us us, and lets us have the power to write our own story. So I hope you all understand that. I hope that all makes a lot of sense. I hope you guys see this as value, because it was super valuable to me whenever I learned it. Today, I watched it on a TED Talk, and if you guys want to see that TED Talk, if you guys want to see that video, let me know. Just comment hashtag TED Talk, and I will send it to you. Because if you ever have a hard decision or a life decision that you really need to make, and you really don't know which one to go towards, I suggest you watch this video before making that decision, and it will help you the same way it helped me. So thank you guys for all staying on, and if you guys have any other topics or ideas you want me to talk about, or give my little 2 cents about, let me know. I would love to be able to talk to you guys about them. So thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow, which is gonna be Thursday.